Ultimately, do you believe life is limited? And if you believe in any area of your life is limited, do you really believe it's God that set the limit, or is it the consciousness that you have embraced? There is a mighty power within us that is limitless. Why do I know it's limitless? Because look at the great men and women in history. There is no difference between me or Tim or Marie or Tom or Reverend Shirley or Neary and T.D. Jakes. There is no difference between any one of us and any doctor or engineer or healer, except the limits that we set in our mind. Could you imagine if T.D. Jakes said, no, that church is too big for me? Could you imagine if 7 years ago, if I said, no, that calling is too big for me? Or Reverend Shirley said, no, that calling is too big for me. Or Tim said, no, music is too big for me. Or Marie said, no, my voice is too big for me. God did not limit any one of us except the limits that we've bought into. And they have roots, whether it's our childhood or our teachers or the wounds from earlier religious teachings, whatever they may be, we need to confront them. Because when we confront something, we realize it's an illusion. We will activate the power of God as we understand God if we all take part in this adventure. We will reposition ourselves in our mind, and we will live life without limits. When this idea of a limitless life is awakened in us, it draws to us bigger goals. It draws to us opportunities. We reflect upon the great talents that God has given us that we have suppressed far too long. When we live our life without limits, and this is the idea that we carry around, we vibrate abundance and prosperity. People see it in us. They want to partner with us. They want to invest in us. They want to hang out with us because it feels good to hang out with an optimist in a sea of negativity. When this idea is awakened to us, we will draw to us the vision and we will be inspired to take action. We will not tolerate thoughts of lack, limitation. When they show up, we will reject them because they never are allowed in intentionally. We never allow a limitation or a fear or a negative or a pessimistic thought into our mind. Come on in, ruin my day. They creep in. They creep in. And you know, the bad metaphor that comes to mind is just like the roach that sneaks in. You just got to kill that negative thought. I'm sorry. No, really. You would never allow the roach or the mouse or the rat to hang out in your house. It would skeeve you, most of us. If we didn't take care of it ourselves, we'd call someone else. Get it out. It's the same with a negative, pessimistic, lack-limiting thought. They sneak in our mind. Get out! We should scream. And when we find this thought that says there's not enough, we should jump when we find a thought that says you're too small. This is the invitation today, which is only an introduction. Forget what has been, church. Let go of what might be. Let's read this book together and trust the present moment. Let's invite a few friends over to our house once a week. I know that Judy's having a home study. Donna's having a home study. Or let's pick someone in the church that we've been wanting to get to know and meet for a cup of coffee each week. And bring with us, you know, the handouts and the journaling and the study guide that we're going to give out every week. And just pick 2 or 3 people. Hey, let's meet for a coffee once a week and go over the questions to think about. Let's talk about the chapters in the book. Let's reinforce what the minister is trying to do every Sunday when he reaches out to teach us the truth that we know of. We know this on Sunday for an hour. It's when we're out there. We need to support each other. When we're inundated with news and negativity, is when we need to focus on God as the source. Most importantly, for 6 weeks, pay close attention to your consciousness about wealth, about money, in the present moment. If someone comes up to you and says, hey, I'm going to buy you dinner, and you say, no, I won't let you. What does that say about your consciousness to receive? Say thank you. You know, and so when we do this work, we are guaranteed to make progress toward our goals. We are guaranteed because we're doing what Eric Butterworth said in the beginning. We're taking responsibility for our thought. Like T.D. Jakes shared, when we pay attention to our mind, what goes through it, what stays, and what's out, when we pay attention to our thinking, we reposition ourselves to receive. And that is the goal for 6 weeks, 6 years. In fact, that is the goal for the rest of our life. And so it is. Amen.